Rosengart, the new attorney, former federal prosecutor. Did you know him? Did you work with him? Anything?
Vinny, we're matching today. So I know of Matthew Rosengart. I haven't worked with him, but he's a former federal prosecutor. He's at a very reputable firm here in Los Angeles where Britney's hearing just wrapped up. I expect things to move a lot quicker now. There's been a lot of pressure on Sam Ingham. He's been Britney's court-appointed attorney since 2008. We all know he's reportedly billed her estate approximately $3 million during this time. And really at that June 23rd hearing, when everything blew up, when Britney says, my attorney didn't tell me that I could end the conservatorship. And Ingham replies, well, my client for the first time in 13 years says she wants to end the conservatorship. So clearly there's a huge disconnect between attorney and client. I'm glad Rosengart is on board. I expect things to move a lot quicker now that he and his firm are there. And really, frankly, Jamie should step down. There's no legal or factual basis for Britney Spears to continue remaining under a conservatorship. It's such a high standard here under California law. I currently have clients under conservatorship, and none of them are like Britney Spears. They're all severely mentally ill or have significant special needs or in a coma or have dementia. Again, someone young like Britney Spears, she has her faculties. Really, she should not be under a conservatorship at all. So I expect it to. And then you have a terrible defense. I mean, this guy is a monster. I mean, he beats the expletive, admittedly, out of his wife on her birthday, right? Broken ribs, defensive bruises, her ear, laceration ear. I mean, it's just terrible, terrible. I mean, we see all sorts of monsters here on court TV, but this guy takes the cake. I agree with Kirk. If this jury deliberates more than an hour, I would be shocked. And really, there's only two reasons why this case is even going to trial. One, I credit the prosecutors for not giving a deal to an admitted wife beater like this, and they want to preserve the only defense that they have. It's not the multiple falls defense, which really is a terrible one. It's the legal defense, the suppression motion, because a neighbor let law enforcement into the camper, and that's when they found the body. So that's going to be litigated on appeal, and really the only reason why this case is going to trial. Respectfully, Vinny, Elizabeth is wrong. This is going to be a layup for the prosecution. You talked about the crime scene. The defendant, Roland, was in the crime scene when he was arrested with the victim's blood in the backseat, in the trunk, the victim's cell phone. And let's not forget, what did Roland do when law enforcement rolled up on him? He took off. He fled. So this is going to be a very easy case for the prosecution. I expect another very quick guilty verdict. Even though I covered this trial live for Court TV, I heard Christian Rivera testify. The story was ridiculous, and the story he gave is not even consistent with what these prison inmates have said. He's basically tried to frame Tibbetts' ex-boyfriend or on-again, off-again boyfriend. But as a prosecutor, the last thing you want to do is put an innocent person in prison. I'm a firm believer in Justice Blackstone's theorem. Better that 10 guilty men go free than one innocent person be convicted. Even though I don't think there's any merit to this, it's unreasonable. It's not reasonable doubt. I think an evidentiary hearing is appropriate, and I think the judge should go ahead and conduct one.